Now that the warmer weather is here, I've really been craving Dairy Queen Blizzards every single day. But I'm trying to lose body fat and get lean for summer, and Blizzards are really high in calories. So I'm gonna show you 2 low-calorie, high-protein copycat Blizzards that I'm making right now to help me stay in a calorie deficit to meet my fat loss goals while satisfying my craving for Blizzards. They are super tasty and super filling because of all the protein in them. And because of those things, high protein copycat recipes like these made it really easy for me to stay on track. And they're not just helping me lose fat now, they also help me lose 130 pounds, and I've kept it off for 11 years, but. So I'm gonna be making a copycat mint Oreo Blizzard, I love mint, and a copycat Choco Brownie Extreme Blizzard, and I am a chocolate girl. So I'm starting with the mint Oreo Blizzard first, and this is what you're gonna need, honey. Before I get into it, if you want to support the channel and you think you can handle more of this and cute sassy, we have channel memberships. So if you want to click the join button, you can become a member of the Cute Heart Club, and you'll get a variety of exclusive videos, including food reviews, where we review all the newest low-calorie foods and tell you if they're worth buying or not, and baller custom emojis. So before I show you what I need for my version of the mint Oreo Blizzard, Dairy Queen's version has crunchy, chocolatey Oreo cookie pieces paired with a rush of cool mint topping and famous soft serve. It's pretty fancy. What you need for my version is, these are Ninja Creami recipes, so you're gonna need a Ninja Creami, which we got this one at Costco a few years ago. You're also gonna need a milk frother because it's really easy for blending in the creamy pints. Then we're gonna need an 1/8 teaspoon of peppermint extract, and you just get this in the baking aisle. This is the Clubhouse Pure Peppermint Extract. Then we're gonna need some green food coloring. I'm gonna use 3 to 4 drops, depending on how I like the green. 2 tablespoons of sweetener, and this is the great value one that we get from Walmart. A scoop of vanilla protein powder, and I'm using HTLT Subs casein and whey protein powder in the vanilla ice cream flavor. This is literally the best vanilla protein powder that you will ever try. I have tried pretty much every single vanilla protein powder out there, and this one wins every single time. Code Nicole will save you 15% off, and the link is down below if you wanna check that out and get some. 1 cup of skim milk, which is in the Ninja Creami pint here, and this is just like a seal test brand. I'm also gonna need 2 tablespoons for the respin. I'm gonna keep the 2 tablespoons in the container until I need it when I'm doing like the whole respin cycle. And then we're gonna need 2/3 of a cup of egg whites. And I know you're going, what the heck? Well, egg whites, one, I love them because they actually make the ice cream creamier, believe it or not. Plus, you can't taste them. Plus, they're pasteurized, so you don't have to cook them. And what I really love about them is they add protein without a ton of calories. They actually help me keep my ice cream calories down while bumping up the protein and the creaminess. So that's the trick I use. And literally, you can't taste them at all. They take on the flavor of everything that you add. And this is the Costco one. We get the big 4-pack from Costco. And then for the mix-ins, obviously we're gonna need some Oreos, and we need 3 Oreo thins. I will crush these right before I put them into the mix-in cycle. So to make the base, we're gonna start by mixing the liquid in. So into the milk, I'm gonna add the egg whites, the mint, and then before I go any further, if you want to know more of exactly what I ate and did to lose my weight and keep it off, I have 4 weight loss ebooks. You can buy them separately and use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off, or you can buy all 4 in my everything bundle for a cheaper price. Then use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off the already cheaper price for a double savings. But the link's down below if you want to check it out. So now let's add some food coloring. I'm gonna start with 3 drops. I think that was 4 drops. So we got 4 drops in there. I'm gonna blend this with a milk frother and just see how I like the green color. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that looks blended. Now what I wanna do is I'm gonna mix the dry ingredients, and I find it blends the best if you do this in a separate bowl first. So I'm just gonna mix up the sweetener and the protein powder.
Oh, that mint smells great.
Yes, it does. It's gonna be so good. I love anything mint. Chocolate mint, mint Oreo. And what I like to do is use the back of my spoon to break up any clumps from the sweetener and the protein powder. And you just want this like really well combined so that it blends really well into your creamy base. So now what I like to do is I go 1/3 of the protein mixture at a time and I blend it like that. So I'm gonna put 1/3 of the protein mixture into the pint. That looks good. And then I'm gonna take my milk frother and blend it for 30 seconds. And you wanna go all around the bottom and then come up around the top. You wanna go up and down around the sides. You pretty much just wanna make sure that it's as smooth as you can with as little lumps as possible. So now we're gonna add another 1/3 of the protein mixture. That's good. And then we're gonna do the same thing. Blend it for about 30 seconds. You go all the way around, up, down the sides.
And guys, if you're gonna invest in a Ninja Creami and make this, get a milk frother off Amazon. They're like very cheap, but they save you a lot of time and hassle.
They really do, and we learned this tip on the internet by getting a milk frother. And they're like, we got ours for $12 at a grocery store in Canada, the Superstore it's called. And we got that like several years ago when we got the Creami, and it's lasted. You just put batteries in it and it lasts a really long time. And then it really helps with the blending of the creamies. Okay, that looks good. Now we'll do the last amount. And one thing I wanna say while we blend this last bit, when I make any copycat recipe, it doesn't matter if it's like ice cream, it could be burgers, it could be anything. When I make a low-calorie copycat, I need it to taste as close to the real thing as possible. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna stick to it. I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not gonna make it. So all my recipes taste as close as possible to the real thing, because I want it to be like, I just went to Dairy Queen and got a Blizzard. Like, I want it to feel like that. And that's why I've been able to keep my weight off for as long as I have, because I make everything taste super good, as if I just literally went to the grocery store and got like something cool, or I went to a fast food restaurant and got something cool. And Kyla and I are always like, wow, I can't believe how good this is. Cover it with the lid. And I'm gonna freeze this for 24 hours, and then I'll be back in a splink of editing, and we will finish the Mint Oreo Blizzard. It's been 24 hours, so now we're gonna finish up the Mint Oreo Blizzard. So I took this out 15 minutes ago and I let it sit on the counter while we were eating dinner. So now it's ready to go under warm water for 40 seconds. Okay, we have run it under warm water for 40 seconds. So now I'm gonna load it into the Creami. And I have, before we get started, I've got the milk ready because I need the 2 tablespoons for the respin. And I have crushed my Oreos for the mix-ins. So let's just get it in there. Lid on. Come on, bud. There we go. This takes a little finesse.
Go.
Turn it on. And we're gonna go with the light ice cream setting. All right, now we're gonna open this up. That looks Beautiful. So I'm just gonna take the butter knife and make sure that there's a hole that goes down the middle all the way down. And I'm gonna add my 2 tablespoons of milk for the respin.
This is the secret hack.
Yes, this makes it super creamy because sometimes when you use protein powder and low-calorie liquids, it can actually make it a little icy, but when you do the 2 tablespoons of milk in the respin, it really does the creaminess factor. So now what we're gonna do, we've loaded it in, we're gonna do respin. All right, that's finished. Let's open this up one more time.
Oh, getting creamy.
Yeah, it looks great. So I'm gonna take the butter knife again and I'm gonna make another hole down the middle.
Getting ninja creamy.
Ninja creamy, and it's a little bit full, so I'm actually going to take some out.
Taste it. Taste test.
Oh my God. It legit tastes like mint chip ice cream, though without the chips, obviously. Okay, so, wow, that was good. We nailed that. I'm gonna take half of my Oreos and put them in the middle, and I just use my butter knife to kind of get them down in there. Okay. That looks good. So now I'll just smooth it over there. Wow. I nailed that.
Imagine with Oreos.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. Okay, so we're gonna cover this up, load it one last time. And then we're gonna select the mix-in setting. All right, it is finished. Let's take it out. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. So let's just pull this out, and I'm just gonna wipe the sides down. It's a little bit dripping over the sides. This looks literally like I went to Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, you can see the cookies on the side.
Yes. Okay, so now we're just gonna take the last of our Oreos and just put that over the top. Wow, does that ever look amazing? I can't wait to eat this. Okay, so this makes 1 serving. Per serving, it's 411 calories, 6 grams of fat, 38 grams of carbs, and 51 grams of protein.
51.
Isn't that crazy? Now, get this. Dairy Queen's version, and this is for a medium Dairy Queen mint Oreo Blizzard. The macros are from the Canadian website because I'm Canadian. 860 calories.
Whoa.
31 grams of fat, 133 grams of carbs, and only 14 grams of protein. So by making my version, you are saving 449 calories, 25 grams of fat, 95 grams of carbs, and you're adding 37 grams of protein.
Oh, you nailed it, bud.
Freaking nailed it. All right, so now we gotta have a taste. You can see right down in there too, the little Oreo cookies.
That's a good bite you got there.
Yes, it is. Oh my God. Eat your heart out, Dairy Queen, bud. I'm the Dairy Queen. Okay, it is time to make the base for the Choco Brownie Extreme Blizzard Copycat. Before I show you what I need for my version, Dairy Queen's version has chewy brownie pieces, choco chunks, and cocoa fudge blended with their soft serve. So for my version, we're gonna need 1 cup of egg whites, and I'm using the same Costco ones as the other Blizzard. A tablespoon of sweetener, 1/3 of a cup of a chocolate ready-made protein shake. I always use the Kirkland ones because they're the same calories and protein as the Premier Protein ones, but they're cheaper, like a lot cheaper. And this is the Kirkland chocolate, 1/3 cup. Then we need 1/3 cup of skim milk plus 2 tablespoons for the respin. And I'm gonna keep the 2 tablespoons in the container until I need them. We need 33 grams of chocolate protein powder, and I'm using the HTLT Subs casein and whey protein powder in the chocolate milkshake flavor. This is so chocolatey and it satisfies all my chocolate cravings. If you want to get some, it's the same code and link as the vanilla protein powder. And then for mix-ins, we're gonna need some chocolate syrup. This is what I'm gonna use in place of the cocoa fudge that Dairy Queen uses. And my favorite is the Smucker's Sundae syrup. I'm gonna use a teaspoon of it. Then we'll need a teaspoon of chocolate chips. And we love the Hershey's Chip-Its because it comes in a massive bag from Costco and we use them all the time. We're gonna need a Fiber One brownie for the brownie pieces, and I'm gonna use 16 grams. Right before I do the mix-in cycle, I'm gonna crumble it up and weigh it out and everything. So to make the base, we are going to take the liquid and put it into the pint with the egg whites. So I'm gonna add the protein shake and the skim milk. And then we're just gonna blend that with our milk frother. Oh yeah. We replaced the batteries in this right before we did this and it is rocking and rolling. Now I'm just gonna set this aside and mix together the dry ingredients, so the sweetener and the chocolate protein powder. And we're just gonna use the back of the spoon to break up any clumps that you see. And you just wanna make sure that the sweetener and the protein powder are really well combined so that it blends well into the creamy. I'm gonna do a third of the dry protein mixture at a time to blend in. So that looks good. Now we'll take the milk frother and we're gonna go all the way around the bottom, the sides, and the top, just like we did with the mint Oreo Blizzard. And we wanna go for 30 seconds to make sure that it's smooth and as few lumps as possible. Now let's do another third. Okay. And then same thing, another 30 seconds, blend it really well. You can sing a song while you work if you like. Whistle while you work, I can't whistle.
Here, you pretend you're whistling and I'll whistle.
Okay,
Anyway.
okay.
See that?
That's perfect.
Voiceover.
That was perfect. That's a great idea. We gotta do that more often.
You can't whistle.
No.
Well, first of all, that thing with your tongue, I don't know what you're doing that for, but that's not part of this. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, whoops.
We'll do a whistling tutorial our next video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've never been able to whistle. Okay, so this is the last of the protein mixture. And we're just gonna blend that in for the 30 seconds and I will attempt to whistle again.
Hey, you almost got it there. Why are you... Okay.
I'm better at making recipes. I'll just stick to that. Yeah. you do the whistling, I'll do the recipes. Okay. I was delayed dubbing. Okay, so now that we've blended everything, I'm gonna do one last 30-second blend. Just around the bottom especially, and then up and down the sides. A little bit at the top. Smooth out any lumps that you can, but it's normal if there's a couple. Okay, so that looks beautiful. I'm gonna cover this up, freeze it for 24 hours. Once it has been frozen for 24 hours, I'll be back like in the editing snap, and we will finish the Choco Brownie Extreme Mouthful Blizzard.
Yeah.
Now that this has been in the freezer for 24 hours, it's time to finish the Choco Brownie Extreme Blizzard. So I took this out 15 minutes ago and I let it sit on my counter while I was eating my dinner. So now it's ready to go under warm water for 40 seconds. All right, so now I'm gonna load this in to the Creami. And before I do, I just wanted to show you, I've got the mix-ins ready to go. So I have 16 grams of the Fiber One brownie that I have crumbled up. And then I have the teaspoon of chocolate chips. And then I have the syrup, the chocolate syrup that I'm going to use for the mix-ins as well. So let's load this up. Turn it on and light. All right, that's done. So now we're gonna get our milk. We need the 2 tablespoons for the respin. I'm gonna just make a hole down the middle of the ice cream with a butter knife. And then I just like to leave that in there. And now I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of the skim milk.
Smells chocolatey already.
Yeah, and it looks really chocolatey. I can't wait. I love chocolate. All right, that looks cute. Little milk. Now, let's put it back in. And we're gonna click on the respin. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, it makes it so much creamier when you add the milk for the respin. Now I'm gonna take the butter knife again and make a hole down the middle. And we're gonna put a teaspoon of the chocolate syrup. That looks good. And now I'm gonna do half of the chocolate chips. I'll leave some for the top. And then about half of the fiber one. And then what I like to do is just push it down in there and then just kind of do like a little smooth over top there. Now, let's cover it up. This syrup's gonna make it extra chocolatey. It's gonna be so good. Okay, so now we're gonna select the mix-in setting. All right, she's done. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Okay, let's just wipe the sides down a little bit so that it looks cute. There we go. And now we're gonna top it with the rest of the brownie pieces and the chocolate chips.
Lovely.
And I'm just gonna take my napkin and any remaining. Oh, that looks so
bud.
good. So this makes 1 serving. Per serving, it's 413 calories, 5 grams of fat, 35 grams of carbs, and 58 grams of protein.
Whoa.
And then for Dairy Queen's version, and this one is for the Choco Brownie Extreme Blizzard, a medium, 810 calories, 36 grams of fat, 111 grams of carbs, and only 16 grams of protein. So by making my version, you're saving 397 calories, 31 grams of fat, 76 grams of carbs, and you're adding 42 grams of protein.
It's a no-brainer, bud.
No kidding. Okay, so let's take a bite. Get a chocolate chip. Look how creamy that is down in there.
Look how ninja creamy it is. Not sponsored.
Oh my god, this is so good I became a ninja. Oh my god. It's so chocolatey.
That wasn't even that funny, but I was laughing pretty hard.
But it was really funny actually. Guys.
I just love what ninjas do when they Yeah, that.
Well, I have shorts on and they're short and I don't want to lift my legs on the camera. So this is what they do.
Yep.
Guys, you need to make these, and when you do, you're never gonna want to go to Dairy Queen again. Hope you enjoyed this. Catch you in the next one. Peace. Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here. Heart and mindset. Fight through it. You can do it.